should profess my love to chat with this poem that I found. Okay, so the poem's by a guy named Ed Gillespie. I hope that I read that correctly. The poem's called The Seven Birds of Love. When I tire of earthly things, I oft unfurl my feathered wings and take to the azure skies above to fly with the seven birds of love. Eros flits impulsively. His lustful eyes are blind to see that fleshly importunity does not outlast all eternity. Philia matches my own flight, soaring at a similar height, in altruistic amity, on wings of bound fraternity. Storage echoes the parents' call. She'll swoop to catch me when I fall. She is the love we're all born into, and many spend their lives a cling to. Agape spreads a winged embrace, including every creed and race. All human hearts held in summation, an empathetic murmuration. Ludus dips and flips with joy, the youthful play of girl and boy. And though it may not last forever, it's not a love we wisely sever. Pragma's wings beat without pause, a loving flight for higher cause. It needs a dose of self-surrender. That doesn't mean it isn't tender. Philautia flies from deep inside me. Without self-love, no one abides me. But she's a bird whose wings need clipping, or my qualities she'll be outstripping. When grounded life, it grinds me down. I don't just fret and wear a frown. I look to the moon and stars above, and fly with the seven birds of love. Oh my god, this is such a pretty poem! This is such a pretty poem. This is such a pretty poem. Okay, let's read. I think there's like a description down here. There's actually a description down here. Eros was the Greek god of love, and this is like it has like seven. There are seven birds, so the first one is Eros. Eros was the Greek god of love and sexual desire. He was shooting golden arrows into the hearts of both mortals and immortals without warning. The Greeks feared that kind of love the most because it was dangerous and could get them into the most trouble. Eros is defined as divine beauty or lust. Eros is mainly based on sexual attraction, and it is where the term erotica came from. So an example of Eros love is a young couple that meets and immediately feels attracted and lustful towards each other. So yeah, okay. The next one is philia, love of the mind, so also known as brotherly love. Philia represents the sincere and platonic love, the kind of love you have for your brother or a really good friend. It was more valuable and more cherished than Eros. Philia exists when people share the same values and dispositions with someone and the feelings are reciprocated. So example of filial love, two friends talk about how deeply they understand each other and how that security and openness causes them to feel comfortable and taken care of. This is such a nice poem. I think this was the perfect one that I could have read to all of you. Ludus, playful love. So this is modern love at its finest. Ludus love is best described by thinking of two people who just want to have fun together with little need for security or roots. So flirtatious and teasing kind of love. The love most accompanied by dancing or laughter is the childlike and fun kind of love. If you think about it, this generation loves Ludus more than anything else. And then there's pragma, which is long-standing love, the everlasting love between a married couple, which develops over a long period of time. Pragma was the highest form of love, the true commitment that comes from understanding, compromise, and tolerance. It is pragmatic. This is why it is referred to as standing in love rather than falling in love, because it grows over time and requires profound understanding between lovers who have been together for many years. So, example of pragma love. Think about your grandparents and how they have endured so much but have always chosen each other. So the next one is agape, love of the soul. So that is selfless love, the love for humanity. It is the closest to unconditional love. The love you give without expecting anything in return, reflected in all charitable acts. It is a compassionate love that makes us sympathize with, help, and connect to people we don't know. The world needs more agape love. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Philautia, love of the self. So this is self-love. The ancient Greeks divided Philautia into two kinds. There is one that is pure selfish and seeks pleasure, fame, and wealth, often leading to narcissism, and there is another healthy kind of love we give ourselves. Philautia is essential for any relationship. We can only love others if we truly love ourselves, and we can only care for others if we truly care for ourselves. Oh, this is so deep. So there's storge, love of the child. So it's the love that parents naturally feel for the children. So it's based on natural feelings, so I guess like nurturing and effortless love. Storge is the love that knows forgiveness, acceptance, and sacrifice. It is the one that makes you feel secure, comfortable, and safe. This is so cool. Okay, so for the ones that missed the link, here it is. It is such a pretty poem. And I'm so glad that we can share this together. Seven birds of love. Eros, Philia, Ludus, Pragma, Agape, Philautia, Storge. It is so pretty. Damn! This was a good find. This was a good find. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, you know. So I guess, you know, remember the thing, how do I say this? You know how I always tell you guys that I love you all when I end my streams? Yeah, so there are many different kinds of love in, you know, many different kinds of love in this world, and this poem kind of talks about it. And I think it's, you know, I know some people find it weird that, you know, I'm like, you know, I love you guys, you know, that kind of thing, but when I say it, I mean it in a really, you know, in a platonic way, in an appreciative way. So, you know, I guess it makes sense. It kind of makes more sense now that, you know, that we shared this little poem. Yeah. Aw, we love you too, Zephy, platonically and parasocially. I mean, I would prefer more platonic and less parasocial, but you know, I think we're all like parasocial to a degree, you know. But you know, as long as it's healthy, it's a healthy amount, and it doesn't like affect you too much in life. It isn't an unhealthy amount. We all good, right? It doesn't have to be romantic or parasocial. Span of love is not that narrow. It is just some in their weird conclusive ideas. That's true. You know, there are many kinds of love in this world, and you know, appreciating you guys. That is the way that, you know, I would profess my love to the Wingmates, you know. We love you, a healthy amount of parasocial. I love you guys too. Oh my god, this is turning into a... I'm so shy now. Oh my god. I love Zephy parasocial. I love you guys too. I love you guys too a lot. Yeah. I love you guys. And there's a reason. There's a reason why. And your remark about parasocial is correct to an extent, and I hate it. Thank you. I agree. You know, how do I put this? I would support you guys as, you know, as a streamer. I want you guys to have fun, and you know, it's we spend time together, and we support, like, you know, your. I really appreciate, you know, how the community, you guys. I know, like, you guys spend a lot of time in the birdcage. I know I don't speak much in there, but sometimes I just look at the way that you guys just hang out with each other and share, you know, share things that you found, share memes, you know, just having fun. And, you know, sometimes sharing, like, sometimes asking questions, sharing knowledge and stuff. So I think that's really cool, and I think that's a healthy way to, you know, basically just you know, hang out with a community, hang out with people like, you know, hang out with like-minded people, you know.